Now, there is no better way to start our new season than with a new Happy Tale, and this one particularly is close to home. We're all very excited. Here with our first Season 9 Happy Tale is, of course, none other than Larissa. We couldn't do it without you, clearly. You're behind all these.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it is so fun to have a Happy Tale to kick off the new season. Nothing is better. And I think this one should become a Hallmark Channel movie because it features our very own Hallmark Channel star, who we love and I know you've worked with time and time again.
Yep.
Alison Sweeney.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. She's a rescue advocate. She has horses and bunnies and dogs. And I didn't actually realize what a lover of rescue animals she was until we worked together on a preview special a couple years ago, which was so fun. And then, you know, when quarantine first started, she contacted me and she said, "What can I do? Please help." And I went looking to find them a foster animal. And the good news was that I couldn't find one because so many people were lining up to foster.
That's amazing.
Then a friend of mine from Rover's Rescue posted a dog that needed an emergency foster, and something in me just clicked, and I texted Allison and I said, "Oh my goodness, you need this dog." And literally, I don't know if you can tell on the timestamp.
You've got to look in on that.
Within the same moment, she wrote, "OMG, yes." And that was it. And the rest is history because that dog became a foster family.
That's how she rolls, by the way. All right, joining us now from Vancouver, where she's getting ready to film not one, but two new Hallmark Channel movies. Our good friend, there she is, Alison Sweeney. Great to see your face, Allie.
Oh, I know. I miss you, both of you. Hi.
Hi, this is such a good story. I mean, I've known you, and I feel like the more I get to know you, I learn more and more. You've been a huge rescue advocate for a while now. You've adopted many rescue animals in the past. So let's talk about Sweet Basil, your latest foster pup, turned forever pup. Okay, let's just rewind a little bit. What was the initial meeting like?
Well, so the initial meeting was, as Larissa said, during quarantine. So it was awkward for the humans, but we also already have two rescue dogs. And so we were really trying to make sure that they were comfortable. And we ended up deciding to have them all greet outside the house. And it was the cutest thing. I mean, Basil just fit right in. She was so sweet. She was so happy to be there.
Aww.
And she just got along with my other two dogs, Bean and Ozzy, are a little older, so they were more mellow about the whole thing. But Basil came in like just the sweetest little love bug, and she has won us over. She won us over in an instant. But Dave and I tried to like refrain. Well, Cameron, you know Dave, he was all like, "We're not keeping that dog, and we can't have 3 dogs. 3 is too many." Yeah, that didn't last long.
Oh my God, I love them. Okay,
Yeah.
so Basil won over you and your other pups, Ozzy and Bean. But really, it was Megan, your daughter Megan, that really sealed the deal. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so Bean is really Ben's dog. I mean, you don't choose that kind of thing. It sort of happens. I think just
True.
dogs really attached to one person. Well, yeah, I mean, and I'm sure you feel that way with your dogs, Cam. But Bean really attached to Ben. Ozzy is really Dave's dog, and he goes into every room with him. I mean, he just is always there, like waiting for Dave to move, and then he'll get up and go, and it's so sweet. And so I hadn't really realized that Megan was aware of that until all of a sudden Basil just attached to her and slept in her bed that first night, just sits there and waits for her to do something, and then goes and steps and sits so that she can still see Megan. She never wants to be far away from Megan, and we couldn't separate them. I mean, it would have been not devastating for, Basil as probably as much as it would have been for Megan.
I love that you said your husband David went from, we're just fostering, right, to we're not giving this dog up, are we?
Yeah. He
I
said
love
it
that.
to me like it was about 48 hours that we hung on to that myth that we were not.
Us dads.
I also love, and this is something that I think is so special about you, Allison, is that you really have been passionate about getting your kids involved and understanding rescue and the importance of kind of doing what they can to help. And that's especially true with Basil because Basil's a puppy and sometimes gets into some puppy stuff, huh?
Yeah, so Basil is our first puppy rescue. We mostly, I think, when you find dogs, our experience has been the dogs have been a little older. So having a puppy in the house is a very different experience. And it's so cute because she's got like tons of energy and it's hilarious. And I have cute videos of her running around and being silly and jumping up on the bed and jumping down again and all that sort of stuff. But she also is very, I didn't know the stereotype was a real thing, but she did get into the slippers, my slippers, and they're like my nice Ugg slippers.
Wow.
And I mean, I walked in and they were in pieces. It was, I couldn't believe it. And then it's so funny because, you know, I couldn't help but laugh. Like, I would have thought I would be mad, but it was so funny. And then she had somehow been working in that slipper so deep that her tag came off her collar. So she left the evidence. Cameron, I was thinking it was like a clue from one of our mystery
Ali
movies.
is obsessed with everything. Oh my gosh. It's so true. You know, and seeing those photos makes me so happy. I know you guys spend as much time as you can up in the mountains too. And so how's Basil with the kind of going up there in the Mammoth area, a little bit northern in California?
Basil loves it up there, and we go a lot in the summer. It's so beautiful to be outside and just go on those trails, and it's hilarious. I mean, there's 1,000 trails up there in the mountains, maybe more, and it was just so fun to get her out there, and she just was leading the pack. You know, she knew where she wanted to go, and she was on the move, and then she started getting a little cocky about her running around, and she ran right into a swamp, like just this little gathering water, and covered herself in mud. And of course, she didn't mind, but Dave and I were like, oh no, now in the car. Like, what are we going to do? But she was having a blast.
But just hearing that, Larissa, and you can attest to this, like hearing about a dog that's in the shelter, in the rescue, and then coming out into that world. I mean, opportunity after opportunity.
Yep.
Ali, you've done amazing work. Larissa, we say it time and time again, but you're amazing.
Thank you.
Both of you, for all that you're doing.
Larissa, you are amazing. We talk about you all the time. We're so grateful to you for making this connection. We owe it all to you. And I would just say to anyone who's considering it, adopting a pet is the best thing you could do. It changes your life. And it's such a great thing to raise your kids. Seeing that and being a part of it, I just can't begin to describe for you what a difference it's made in Megan, and how more mature she's become, how she really gets it and is taking care of this other person. It matters to her. It's an amazing, amazing thing you can do for your family.
Very well said.
Thank
Ali.
you, thank you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you saving her, and I'm so happy to see that she's doing so well.
You guys are great.
Thank
I just
you.
want to hang out with both of you all the time. Ali, I love you. I miss you. Have a great time. I can't wait to see the movies. I don't know which one you're doing for us. I know you can't tell us, but I'll talk to you soon.
Bright and
okay, my
Merry,
friend?
we have a Christmas movie, but I'm sure I'll talk to you about it again.
Yeah, you'll be back. You'll be back. Say hi to the fam for me. Thanks for joining us, Ali.
Absolutely. Miss y'all.
Say hi to the
Bye.
fam for me. Now, everybody at home, if you're interested in seeing all of the rescue animals that we feature, man oh man, check it out, hallmarkchannel.com. And of course, follow Larissa online at Larissa Wall.